Gauranga Mahaprabhu is Krishna in Radha Bhav. He's in the Bhav of Radharani, trying to, and because you see that, and when, especially when he takes sannyas, after he takes, and when he's in, I mean that split personality or whatever you want to say, those dual identities, when Gauranga Mahaprabhu is in Mayapur, before he takes sannyas, the first 24 years of his life, he's in the Ishvara Bhav. He's in the Bhav of being Ishvara, of Krishna, Bhagavan, and he's the arrogant scholar and the boy genius, and defeating Kashmiri Pandit at the age of 8, and so many great. And he had his Sanskrit school and his toll on the bank of the Ganga, and he would push everybody in the water and challenge everyone and defeat them in philosophy. And then after he took sannyas, then he entered this whole mood of Radhabhav, separation. And where is Krishna? Where is Krishna Kahan? Krishna Kahan? Krishna, 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 hey! So this is always, so then that's fully in Radhabhav. So these two personalities were expressed, but the main purpose of his coming was to experience the Radhabhav aspect, not the Krishna aspect. So his color is Radharani's Kanti. So he has a form, a male form, Krishna's male form, but he has the Kanti, he has the color of Radharani, Tapta Kanti, Gauranga. And then he has the heart, he has the body of Radharani, the color of Radharani, and the bhava of Radharani, the heart of Radharani. And he's trying to relish now that he is. So it's almost like possessed. Some ghost possesses you, and he lives through your body and experiences through your body, and eats through your body. Sometimes people are ghostly haunted and they eat like anything, because that ghost in his last life somehow he didn't get enough to eat. So then he comes in your body and he pushes you to eat, so you eat and you eat and you eat and you eat, and you can't even understand why you're eating, because the ghost is pushing you and enjoying through your body while he possesses you. All kinds of crazy, phenomenal things that go on in a subtle reality when these things are factual. So it's something like that, but not exactly like that. That Krishna is there as a witness, or he's directly experiencing. He's become like Radharani in one sense. And Radharani is only his expansion anyway. So it's Krishna tasting himself, as you said. But he wants to know what that is. And that's why we read this verse. It said that the ashraya, the enjoyed, Radharani is the enjoyed, and Krishna is the enjoyer. And Krishna is noticing, which we heard when he's revealing his mind here in the pages here. He's saying, I see that the prema ashraya, the abode of prema, or the shelter of prema, she's, by serving me and offering herself completely for my pleasure without any concern for her own happiness for 1 second, I see that she's actually relishing a happiness millions of times more than I am. This is described here. Krishna's in his own words. He's saying it's very clear that by being my servant, by being a devout Krishna Das or Krishna Dasi, she's relishing a million times more happiness than I am by enjoying her and by taking all the service from her. And it's almost like, the closest thing we have to it in this world is the happiness, traditional, let's say, quote unquote, the happiness a traditional Indian housewife feels by cooking and serving her guests. She cooks so much food all the afternoon, all morning, all night, the night before, the early morning, all day, and they come, and then she serves them out, and they eat everything. It's so good. They eat everything, and then they leave, and there's nothing, and she's too tired to cook, and she's too satisfied and she's like grinning from ear to ear because everyone was happy, and she actually relishing more happiness than anybody, and she didn't eat a drop of food. Quote unquote, the traditional Indian housewife who had so much prem bhav for serving, this vatsalya, this affection. So that happiness, and we, although we're not Indian housewives, we've experienced that in Krishna consciousness, that of serving the Sunday feast, and actually we understand that actually there's much more happiness in serving than there is in enjoying. And it's tangible, it's direct. No one has to tell me about it. Or do you feel good? Or did you eat enough? You happy? Did you when you ate enough food? I ate enough. No one has to interview you. So you know that there's a Sunday feast and you're serving the devotees and you're going person to person serving them, and you remember, last week he came, this person, he comes every Sunday, he likes this, and you give him more of that. And you specially serve what they like, and you bring the bucket to them. Like they're just sitting there, they're not even asking for anything, but you know this guy likes the cheese out of the cheese sabji and he doesn't like the sabji. So you come right up to him and you take a spoonful of cheese and you hold it in front of him and say, "Sabji?" And he looks at you. And he looks at you. He's a karmi. He's coming, congregation. And he looks at you, and then you look at him in the eyes, and he realizes this guy knows me. And then and he just says, "Yeah, you know me better than myself." And he just put the cheese on his plate. And he didn't ask for it. You took the bucket and you walked, 50 feet down the aisle and stopped in front of him. First you served him, and then you give everybody else. And he said, "Well, how did you know I wanted more cheese?" Because you're operating on the principle of love. Spiritual love for the soul, because body love means is business. Body love means business. Body love means business, and I have to get a return. I invested $5, I have to get 10 back. This is business. You don't invest $5 and get $2 back. You're out of business. But love business means I'll invest something, but I have to draw a profit. I draw a profit from you. That's called love business, or marriage, or whatever you want to call it. But this is not business. This is Prem Dham Vrindavan, Shri Dham Vrindavan, Prem Dham Vrindavan. So we're hankering or aspiring to enter that land, the land of no return. Business, there's always returns. You have to file your returns also. You have to file your returns for your business, and you have to return and do business life after death, after life after death, after life after death. Samsara chakra, business chakra. In the pursuit of love, we only find distress. So this discussion here is all about this love divine. And this avatar, Gauranga, is the Prem avatar. And he came to initiate the Prem Yuga. In this Kali Yuga, he initiated the Prem Yuga. For 10,000 years, he initiated what they call Prem Yuga, which is based on Prem Nam Sankirtan. Golokera Prema Dham Harinam Sankirtan. Golokera Prema Dham Harinam Sankirtan. Narottam's bhajan. That he's brought the Goloka Prema has been brought into this world by Mahaprabhu through the agency of Harinam. So by chanting Harinam, our consciousness becomes pure, and then we understand something of Radha Bhav by Gauranga's mercy. Then we start to live on the plane of love and start dealing. And like I tell my students, there's 3 principles: is that we should respect everyone, serve everyone, love everyone, right? But you can't do that unless you have spiritual vision, unless you're seeing Krishna in their heart. Respect all, and serve all, and love all. This is some basic things. And we were saying, who are I telling this to? Someone was telling me some problems about their family life, as usual. And I said, love means accommodation, not suffocation. You write that down in your little notebook there. You have to, accommodation. Accommodation means room, right? They say, how many accommodations in this hotel, in the Park Royal? Oh, we have 400 accommodation. We have accommodation for 400. What about your marriage hall? Oh, our marriage hall can accommodate 2,000 standing and 3,000 sitting, or whatever. Or the other way around. Yeah, 3,000 standing, 2,000 sitting. So love means accommodation, not suffocation. So they like that. That was But most relationships, people become suffocated. So I think we'll have a short kirtan, maybe for 5 minutes, and then any questions?
What is the bhav of Gadadhar Pandit? He is Radharani himself, herself.
Yeah, Gadadhar Pandit, he's Radharani, and his Gopinath is Chaitanya, or Gauranga. So is Krishna. So he is worshipping the Krishna aspect of Gauranga.
Okay. So
because when Krishna said, "I'm going to come down, and take your kanti and your bhav," and Radharani said, "What about me? If you're going in a golden form, well, where will I be? Because you're taking my heart and my bhav or my heart and my color. But I wherever you go, I have to go also. So if you're going as a male form and you're going to be with all your associates in the Sankirtan party, and so what about me?" Oh, so then Radharani came as Gadadhar. So in Mayapur, they were inseparable, in Navadvip and Mayapur Lila. And then when they went to Puri, they were inseparable. But then Chaitanya said, now, or Krishna was telling Krishna Chaitanya, he said, listen, now I'm in my Radha Bhav. So Radha and Radha, it doesn't mix, it's like two North Poles. So now you stay here with Gopinath. I'm going to give you Tota Gopinath.
Yes.
So I'll give you Tota Gopinath and you stay with Gopinath. And then you'll be happy with Gopinath. And he said, the hell, you're my Gopinath.
But he broke his vow and then...
Right, this whole thing. So Gadadhar's Bhav is Radha Bhav for Krishna. But now Krishna is relishing that Radha Bhav, so he would come every day and hear Bhagavatam. So they would meet regularly and see each other, but there was some distance, a little bit of distance. Gadadhar is none other than Radharani. In Braj Bhav. He's in Braj Bhav, Radharani in Braj Bhav, but Gauranga is in this Viraha Bhav, Radharani searching for Krishna. Gadadhar is in the Bhav of being with Krishna, Sambhog. Sambhog is union, enjoying together, and Viraha is separation. So, this whole Viraha Bhav, there's Yugayutam Nameshena Chakshusha Pravishayutam Shanyayutam Yudakam Govinda Virahename. Lord Chaitanya is praying in Shikshastakam, oh Krishna, Gopinath, 1 minute without you is like a millennium, like a yuga.